Here I want to present the Data Facts Hearing Loss app, which presents the data in our report on hearing loss and our report Digging Deeper. To the right we have a standard leaflet map where we can zoom in and out with a mouse wheel, or if you're on a mobile phone with your fingers. You can go in as deep as you want to. To the left we have the menu where we can select gender, age group and the data level we collect data at. Okay, here we selected council. It will come then up with a Europath map. A Europath map is a map which colors according to the severity one chooses. And here to the right we have the legend. As soon as we click on a possibility, the map will change and present the new data. Go back to health boards. We see how this works. Then we have a so-called expert map, okay, where we present more options. We have as data levels the Health Board Council, Scottish Parliamentary Constituency, the 2011 interzones and the data zones. As the data zones are quite a lot of data, we present this in two levels. The low detail data, which is still quite a lot, will load and show based on the age group the same Europath map as before. If you look for click on any area, it will be highlighted and show you the data which can be found in here. The age group, how many females can be found in, and given that there are 0 here, that will give you several statistics. If we find if we go into an age group where we can find more people, we can probably see this better. Okay. We wait now for the data to be loaded. Okay, here we found, for example, here Tweeddale East Landward Code. At the age of 60 to 65, you have 6 females. They are 13.4% in this age group, and genders that have hearing loss at this level. These 6 are an age group and have 1.41% of the female population in this whole area. We also show the SIMD code, which is the Scottish Information Index for Multiple Deprivation 4070, which is somewhere, not the best, but somewhere in the middle. We also have the option to show here audiologists from the NHS and commercial audiologists, where they're located on the map. If you click on any of these, it will then also give you where this audiologist is and some information if they are in the right area for deprivation, if we want to do service loss. We have also the options that we change the background map. So here we have just a general kind of open street map kind of background. And then we have a high contrast background, which looks pretty similar to the other one, but doesn't show the data zones in the background. And then we have the standard look, which shows the data zones. This means that the data zones will be shown in any kind of look. Data zones are the red little lines. We also have the option that we don't show absolute numbers, but the percent of the total population in that gender. This will again be shown. So we can see here that the Borders region has quite a lot of percentage of females that will suffer from hearing loss. Then we have another detail level for the absolute experts, where we can show maps, and this is basically some form of a pie chart, and that shows the distribution in that zone. If we, for example, go into the data zones, then we want, for example, to find here in the lower part, a data table will be processed. This says here that we are in the females and the 60 to 64-year-old. Okay, this table is also sortable. So if we click on here twice, we can find the area which has the worst proportional hearing loss in the data zones with Liborn and Greenlease. Okay. We can zoom in here and we will find more information about this area. We show a so-called small marker because with nearly 7,000 data zones, it is basically impossible to find unless you have this data table here. So the birth areas we can find here for 60 to 64-year-old females is Whittlebourne and Greenlease, Fallside, Pathhead and rural Eastern Midlothian. Okay, this can lead then to further information or further research. One could, for example, go into other maps and try to find out what happens here. So if we go here in Greenend and Carnbrew, we find whatever SIMD there, and on the SIMD one could maybe decide if there should be more services provided. If we click on the NHS data audiologists, we can, for example, see that the closest NHS Lanarkshire is to this area. Obviously, if we are in the Highlands or so, then the situation would be a lot worse. Okay. If we, for example, go here, Heldon West, they would have to basically visit NHS Highland and Inverness. Okay, or if a commercial audiologist is wanted, we can see that actually here's one pretty close. Okay, that concludes the short overview over our app. Data facts, actual research, social science insights.